Little girl, 40-year-old little girl walking around. That's a movie. Welcome. She dresses like a 12-year-old, but she's played by a 40-year-old. Oh my dear God. Oh my dear God. Oh, you stupid bitch movie. You stupid bitch movie. Neon Maniacs! Witness the terror! Hello citizens, I'm Phoenix West. Welcome to Shitty Movie Showdown 28. Today's episode is Neon Maniacs, which I can't say with a straight face, from 1986. And it was something. It wasn't a full movie, and I realized that watching it. And then afterward, I researched into it a little bit, and by a little bit, I really mean a little bit. The IMDb trivia. They really didn't finish this movie. It's basically said they ran into a bunch of production problems, ran out of money, trying to bring people back. All the maniacs were replaced in the movie. That's why when I watched the credits there, it was several names for some of the neon maniacs. And let's just start there. What the fuck does this title mean? They're maniacs, and they drip neon goo. Hence Neon Maniacs? I guess that's what we're doing? I guess that makes sense. And let me read the poster to you. Neon Maniacs, 1986. When the world is ruled by violence and the soul of mankind fades, the children's path shall be darkened by the shadows of the neon maniacs. How do you get darkened by neon? It's a light. I mean, there's neon colors, but those are neon lights in the poster. What the fuck are those things? The guy looks like a turd samurai. Like a couple guys behind him melting. The guy on the left looks like the Predator. The guy in the middle looks like the Emperor. The guy on the top right is holding a gun, playing a guitar. Makes it very hard to play your guitar with no free hand. I don't know what his mission is there. Is he a rock monster killer? That girl has a missing top chunk of her skull. That must be very difficult to live. We got a bridge. That's a bridge. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna... I don't really have a choice because they'll take the oxygen out of the room if I don't play it. So here we go. And take me away, Neon Maniacs.
When the world is ruled by violence and the soul of mankind fades, the children's path shall be darkened by the shadows of the Neon Maniacs.
I already said that. It didn't mean anything. It didn't play into the movie at all. It made zero fucking sense. And let me just say right off the fucking bat, hate this fucking movie. Fucking terrible. I can't tell you how many times during the screening I said, this movie is pathetic. It is pathetic. It was one of the most pathetic movies I've ever seen. It wasn't done. I already mentioned that the movie wasn't finished. I don't mean not done in that way. I just mean not committed. Like nobody wanted to be there. You could tell. It was so goddamn bizarre. So weird. The basic premise is some guy walks along, he's sweeping. It looks like it's like 1820 London. I feel like Jack the Ripper's going to come out and stab him. He sweeps, he bends down, picks up a cow skull that's calling to him, flips it over. There's some like cards in it, like giant tarot cards. And it's the picture of the Neon Maniacs. And then someone hits him with an axe. Riveting intro. Oh, very bridge heavy so far. Bridge centric. There's no way this guy lives. There's no way. He found some monstrous headshots. Just doing the Toxic Avenger. Is that all we're doing? Wipe out. Oh man, this movie loves this bridge. Oh dear God. Is it a bridge? Looks like a bridge. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, we're back here. Okay. Ruin our cards. It's like a Neon Maniacs collector card. Muzak, like a fucking elevator. What floor? Neon Maniacs floor? Yeah. Oh, you don't want to get off in there. It's terrible. Neon Maniacs are coming. Man, they're building the anticipation to see these Maniacs in person. Not just their collector cards. I feel like I'm waiting on hold for Sprint. The whole thing is there's these creatures that live underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. Okay? For creatures that can't get touched by water. So why the fuck move to San Francisco? Why the fuck live under a bridge? Why the fuck live in right by the goddamn water in the bay? Why the fuck do any of that shit? And maybe wear something if you're allergic to water or water kills you. I'm looking at you, M. Night, in your fucking Alien movie, your fucking Signs movie, which is terrible. And it's a cup of water, a little Dixie cup. Oh, they're done. I guess I killed them. Fuck that. Fuck anything where it's water is fucking stupid. At least in like Ernest Scared Stupid, which is honestly a better movie, it was milk. People had to go out of their way to find milk. This, water, you know how fucking easy it is to find water? You could literally spit in the motherfuckers, and that's water, technically. It would kill them. You're done. But that's not till the end here. I don't give a shit about going in order in this movie, because it didn't make any fucking sense. That's your fucking weapon right now, dumb dildos. In an age where teenagers in movies were played by 35-year-olds, this movie was exceptional. There's one guy later that is a teacher. He should be playing the teacher. He looks so fucking old.
When are you gonna ask her out?
High school, huh?
Let's go away, get a date.
You're in high school.
Let me do things in my own time, all right? Look at you and look at her.
Get back to Night Court, bitch.
Disgusting.
Come on.
I don't want that lady.
Who eats a meatball sub on the side in the middle? You fucking psychopaths.
And where's my brother?
Everything I told the police is the truth.
Liar! You're a liar!
Look at that.
I wish this was an acting school.
Let's go, goddammit! Let's go!
Yeah, Steven.
Faggot!
Yeah, it's not an 80s movie till someone calls someone else a faggot. Get out of here, Mom. The kids then go to a park and they're playing football, and then the Maniacs show up. But first they all pair off, and then one guy's like having sex with a girl in the woods. I don't know why I did like a robot thing. He has sex with a girl in the woods. Not quite sex, but they start messing around. And then one guy wanders off, and then another girl's just sitting there watching by a tree like a real fucking creepo. Just like hiding by the tree. I'm like, what are you doing? Those are your friends. Why are you spying on them? And they all get picked off one at a time, very slowly. The biggest enemy, the biggest neon maniac was the editor, because I could not follow what the fuck was happening. It was all over the place. I really couldn't focus, because it was like they'd be walking slowly, and all of a sudden they cut to someone else killing someone, and they cut to another thing, and they're closer now, and it was like, and they cut back to them, and they're killing them again. I'm like, what is she doing? I'm not gonna stand here by the tree like a real fucking weirdo. You guys have fun throwing the ball around. Tommy Wiseau's on his way over. He stepped in dog shit and made a crunching noise. What the hell did that dog eat? Neon Maniacs? Or another diversion? Oh. Guess they don't carry the soundtrack with them.
Just a sec.
String bean.
Let him go, Wally.
Don't make my denim angry. You wouldn't like it when my denim's angry.
Excuse me?
So much denim. Good God.
Pose.
Who are they? Why are they fucking in the woods very slowly? Oh. You leave his zipper down? What's going on? What's she doing? I don't recognize that. That was nothing to me. Oh, she tying a shoe? Probably tying a shoe. The woods makes me sleepy. The fuck? Did he take a handful of Quaaludes before he went in the woods? What the fuck's going on? Nobody does this! What the fuck is that thing? The rest of these look humanoid. That one's just a crab. That's the first time that guy's got crab, though. He didn't hear the loud chains? The editing is so bad. I will hold perfectly still while you light me a fire. Got some good lower arm strength.
What the fuck are you guys dressed for?
A shitty movie?
You guys looking for a game?
Like what we show down those shitty movies? Yeah? Who was that? Oh, you're all over the place. I can't take that thing seriously, I'm sorry. It's gonna ignore whenever he's on screen from now on. Okay. It's just whatever with these. They're moving so slowly, it's terrifying. Oh god. They don't explain anything about the backstory of the Neon Maniacs. They just show up, kill some teenagers. One of the teenagers gets away, the girl that had her birthday, and then nobody believes the teenager. The rest of the movie is the cops are like, this fucking teenager's out of her mind. And one guy looks like Jesse Ventura, and then he's like listening to her recording, her testimonial, the whole fuking movie. Like, listen to it like, this doesn't make any sense. And none of that actually adds into the movie. Like, he doesn't listen to like a little thing in the testimonial and like, oh, her telling what happened. Like, oh, this, now I know what's going on. Now I know what she means. No, it didn't matter. None of it mattered. Nothing in this movie added up to anything. And I can't even explain it in order because it didn't fucking matter. Jesse Bad Body Ventura is Texas Sheriff of San Francisco.
Devin? What is that?
That's why they're neon.
Slime? Nobody knows yet. Forensics found it all around here.
Neon semen.
else?
Jesse the Bread Ventura. What is happening? This is maddening. Jeff Daniels? Oh, no.
Yeah,
That guy again.
it's Devin here.
Jesse the Cigar Ventura. Jesse the Bully Ventura. She's in the van. All her friends just got killed in front of her. She watched it all happen. She saw the monsters. They start attacking the van. They start rocking that sweet V. And when you know that when the vans are rocking, you don't come a knocking. Although the cops do come a knocking. I think cops are excluded from that rule. So all her friends are dead. She saw it. She saw this horrible shit happen. The hot one got hit in the back with an arrow. And then one of a guy has a noose, chokes one of the other girls out. And then they go to the police station. She does a little testimonial to the thing. And then she goes home. And she's like, I'm going to go for a swim by myself in this house. We don't ever meet her parents. Goes to school the next day. Gets kicked out of school because she was a victim. And some 55-year-old high school kid attacked her. And she gets kicked out of school because she's too much of a distraction / victim. Really victim shaming. Don't do that, 1980s. But then she goes home, and then she starts dealing with the guy, Steve Guttenberg looking dude, with groceries. He brings in groceries to her house and puts them in the fridge. No service does that in the world. But then he's like, oh, you want to go to a movie? And she's like, yeah, no horror movies. And I'm like, bitch, your fucking friends all just died. They vanished. They couldn't find the bodies. The police have found like neon goo in the ground. And you're just like, yeah, go about living my life. Have some sort of reaction to the atrocities you've witnessed the day previous. Something has to carry over where you're affected by this. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck about you. But then it gets even worse because she goes on a date with a guy who doesn't have a car. They go in the subway. The Neon Maniacs attack, obviously, because they can smell her virgin blood. They really set it up that she's a virgin for no fucking reason. It didn't matter. And then she says she has a boyfriend. Then she goes on a date with this fucking guy. Who fucking cares? Nothing added up to anything in this movie. It's just a series of things until the credits are at the end and then the movie's over. She goes on the date with the guy. They're waiting for the train in the subway. And then she looks over. She's like, I thought I saw feathers. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then she goes, oh, there they are. There they are. Oh, my God. And they get in the train. And then the doors close. Basically, the train stops for all of 3 seconds and allows nobody to get off or on if there were anybody around. Train starts back up. And the guy's like, oh, I don't think they're on here. She's like, oh, all right. And sits down. I'm like, so what do we want to do for the date? And I'm like, bitch, now you know they're real. Someone else has confirmed that they're real. And she's just like, anyway, what's going on? What do you think we should? And he's like, oh my God, they are here. She's like, you saw them? And it was like, can you please have a little fear in you? I I want fear in your heart, lady. I want you to feel the terror.
It was trying to get into the van.
After all my friends get murdered, I just like to take a solitary bath outside. In my creepy-ass pool, it looks like the pool from Scream where Steve got stabbed and gutted. Are they after virgins? Is it going to be this stupid? I shouldn't be this impatient. I have so much more movie left. They're going to explain everything. If the editing is any indication, they're going to explain everything. All of my problems will be resolved. It's a movie, so I've got a big old French loaf. Yeah.
I knew I wasn't adopted.
It's a movie, so I've got my stereotypical cliche French loaf and another one and a book named Spoon. This girl's enjoying her trauma. She's just living it up, while her friends are not. So my friends died. All of them.
You could go with me to the movies tonight.
There's a new slasher movie that's
One thing though,
probably not.
no horror movies.
Are they train hunting?
It's them. Let's get out of here.
On the train.
The editing, oh my god.
Sometimes I think we're the only normal people left in this world.
She forgets shit very
Not
quickly.
quite.
50 minutes into this movie, I don't know who the Neon Maniacs are, what their goal is, how they can track her.
Stephen, is this ever gonna end?
Yes. It's gonna be alright.
Nothing's happened. What do you mean is it going to end? Everyone is so calm after witnessing so much horror and tragedy and murder and let's have a good time. But I want some sort of reaction, so I give a shit about you. If you're this lackluster about living, I don't give a shit then. But they get chased down the train slowly, and it's a lot of like, closing the doors, and the guys are just, the Neon Maniacs will open the doors, and then over and over and over and over. And then they all start to swarm on both sides, and then the train does an emergency stop, and they just get off, and the Neon Maniacs get carried away.
They did get on.
I knew they did.
Come on, let's get to
If you knew they did, why the fuck are you so calm, bitch? This is so badly done. Now they're way back there, huh? Like Peter Pan. I'll stand guard on this train. Aha! Meanwhile, there's a like film girl who looks like a young Natalie Portman, but she also looks like she's 40. It's the weirdest thing. She's a 40-year-old who acts like she's a 6-year-old, trying to act like she's 14 or 15 or 16. She has like Halloween masks everywhere, dusty fucking room, dirty. Looks like the house I grew up in, fucking disgusting. Tonight on a very special Neon Maniacs. Dust your fucking room. You have no spread out knickknacks I've ever fucking seen in my life. Dust? Your fish tank's a fucking mess. It's floating in sewage. And put up some goddamn walls. It's the house I grew up in. You are way too old for this. She becomes fascinated by these things. She finds some goo and like puts her fingers in it. I'm like, if I find random goo in the ground, I'm not sticking my fingers in it. This bitch like licks it up. Like she's an alcoholic, just dropped her last bottle of whiskey. What the fuck is she doing? I'm so fucking sick of what? How old are you? 30 or 8? Neon looks like it's a maniac. When I see neon glowing shit in the ground, I tend not to touch it. She rides her bike, which is like a fucking 5-year-old bike. She goes down and she walks around and then she walks into this bridge. It takes fucking forever to walk. Half this movie is her walking down this long corridor, down this long passageway. And then she gets to these doors and she's like, oh. The whole movie's focused around these doors. That's where the Neon Maniacs live. And instead of being like, and they're locked in there forever. What are they going to do? They don't have like a fucking blowtorch in there. They're not going to be able to get out. That's it. And they never do it. You can see the lock right there. They just never do it. She gets kicked out by the cops. One of the cops is riding her bike down a hill, the only black guy in town. Every single black person in this movie has to do whiteface because this is a white fucking town. They don't allow blacks in this movie. It's very bizarre. It's not okay. It was very weird. It is the whitest goddamn neighborhood, and then we see one black kid in the school and whiteface, like trying to I'm not black. Nope. The cop can be black because he's a cop, but no kids, no black people that's not police. We're not going to allow that here. That shit's not going to fly.
And therefore, Miss Lawrence, we feel that it would be not only in your interest, but in the school's interest if you stayed home for a while.
Get out of my head, principal! Was that supposed to be the guy like, oh, geez, quick, he drove back already? Was the principal dropping her off right there, giving her that speech? It's like 95 miles an hour in a residential. Welcome to fucking Whitesburg. Good God. She got scared because she saw a man with a tan, so she got spooked. I thought he was a minority.
You're wondering what the squirt guns are for? Well, we plan on really cooking tonight.
Black guy doing whiteface right there. Natalie Portman girl comes back later with a camera, sits in the bushes, like, and you think she's hiding, but then you see her, the reverse shot of her, and she's just like sitting there, bush, full body exposed. Not her body, but you could see her head to toe, and she's just sitting there with a camera with like a night vision filter on, like watching the Neon Maniacs come out. But one of them trips in a puddle. You see that it's burning its arm off, and it's like and sees her. Apparently, when they see you, they just know where you live. They get like a pheromone or something because they chased the Virgin Girl down. They chased Natalie Portman down. It felt like her scenes were trying to be like Fright Night, but it didn't work at all. She like writes down like garlic, silver bullets, and like all this stuff, and sleeps with garlic around her neck. And then in the middle of the night, one of the Neon Maniacs comes to her door and like walks upstairs, and I thought it was gonna be like it was her friend, but no, it was really one of them. She wakes up and like scrambles for a squirt gun, which I was joking, and she fucking did it. Sprays it, and then she's like, and it starts burning, and she throws a bucket of water on it, burns it, falls in the shower. She turns the shower on, and it just burns into a pile of goo. She goes and she tries to track down the main character who she's been trying to get a hold of the entire movie, and who won't fucking talk to her because she's nice, but she's a bitch to this girl. I don't know what the fuck this girl did to her. I don't want to know.
To make a long story short, I finally did him in with a pail of water and a blast from the shower.
Pail of water and a shower. Gets the bad guys every time.
You know, Stephen, after last night, I believe anything.
She's like, I found out how to kill him. It's water. And they're just like, oh, water. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, cool. They just believe her. They just believe her. Just cuz. None of the footage worked that she took. That was, for some reason, didn't work. So, they just believe her. And they're like, oh, cool, yeah, well, we'll go to the Battle of the Bands concert tonight. And the main guy, the Steve Guttenberg dude, is in the band. So I was like, oh, they're going to have the Neon Maniacs are going to attack the Battle of the Bands. Great. That's a dick move there. Let me guess, the Neon Maniacs show up at the Battle of the Bands while the Outlaw Boys are on stage. Cut to me being right. Go ahead and cut.
Hey, I need your attention. Wait a minute.
And they do just that. We see Steve Guttenberg's band. Terrible. Really soft pussy shit. But then they're doing Battle of the Bands. And then they're like, all right, we're ready. Everybody got their squirt guns. They're kind of like having fun with it. They're going to show up some point. And she's just sitting there like watching him like... I'm like, they are coming for you. Your whole plan is to trap them in the coming in and squirting them with squirt guns. And she's just like, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to wander off by myself. And the bitch wanders off by herself to the bathroom. And I'm like, fucking kill her, please. I don't give a shit. She goes to the bathroom successfully. At least I assume she did. They didn't show her taking a shit or anything. She just didn't get killed. Comes back to the band. Watches her boyfriend play the shittiest fucking pussy song I've ever fucking heard in my life. Why are you off walking alone when your whole plan is to lure them there to kill them? What the fuck are you doing, you stupid bitch? Oh my god. I don't fucking care if you die right now. Don't give a shit. Kind of hoping for it, actually. Better go wander off alone without my weapon.
Steven! Natalie! Behind you! Behind you! Be in there!
How has she forgotten the fucking plan of luring the monsters there? You stupid fucking bitch. I hope you guys die a horrible, brutal death. Slowly. And then confused and just terrified and alone. Because you fucking deserve it, you stupid bitch. God damn it. He's a stupid bitch, too. They have completely forgot their plan, which involves them almost being murdered. Why did you only bring a tiny squirt gun, you stupid bitch? Everyone in this movie is a stupid bitch. Out of nowhere, the Neon Maniacs show up, and a little Natalie Portman girl sitting there like with her legs crossed, like with a little squirt gun, like, oh god, they're coming! And she's like, hi. And I'm like, did you not practice any sort of like signal? Like, hey, they're coming would be a great signal. Hey, the Neon Maniacs are here, you dumb bitch. Can we act like we want to live a little bit? And she's like, oh. And then the Neon Maniacs start to like do nothing for a great long time. They just slowly walk in. One girl tries to fucking dance with him. They kind of kill people. They kill like 3 people. Slowly. Very, very slowly and pathetically. This movie is fucking pathetic. Its editing is terrible, which I don't even blame the editor. I think they just didn't film things. So the editor was like, I have nothing else to cut to. He might as well have cut to like a Family Guy style cutaway and just be like, here's a fucking commercial from 1982. It's not that old. Here.
I wanna grow up, find a toys rocket. They got a million toys and toys that I can play with. I don't wanna grow up, I'm a toys just kid. They got the best for so much less, you really flip your lid. From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz. I don't wanna grow up, cause baby if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys, oh boy, I wanna be a Toys R Us kid.
And we're back from commercial break. Now it's a different scene. I have nothing else to go to, guys. You left me with nothing. I was like, I don't know who's attacking who, where they are. Lots of times you can't tell where characters are in relation to each other because they just don't have any covering footage. It's just a lot of close-ups, and then the next person's close-up. And I'm like, are they in the same room? I have no idea. I don't know where this person is. Their eye lines aren't correct. I just don't know what's happening. It was infuriating. It was so incompetently done. And hearing that they didn't have money and they had to keep coming back later and doing it makes me feel a little better because it explains some of it, but holy fucking shit, it was terrible.
How's our timing?
Our timing is just great. Now we have more time to be alone.
Are they at the mall? Are they 50 yards away from each other? Can we get the actors in the same shot, please? Nah, fuck it. Yeah. Get a whole drawer of eyedroppers, huh? Were they in the same room? I can't. They don't have any connective tissue between the actors and anything else happening in the whole movie. The Neon Maniacs show up. They very, very slowly start squirting them with squirt guns and realize they don't do a goddamn thing. Natalie Portman girl brings out like a little water hose, like a little tiny like fireman version one. It's like, tss. Oh, I got this. Oh, Jesus. Should probably be a little more careful with that. That might have just been a student you just did that to. She might have just killed a kid. I don't know. Although the kids in this movie are 45 years old, so, I mean, lived a decent life at that point, I guess. Half a decent life. The Neon Maniacs kind of get killed one by one. And then there's a doctor one, and he does like a weird rib removal on a dude. Like a security guard. I don't know. The guy was just like living in the basement watching a baseball game. What the fuck was that guy doing there? What the hell is he doing? What were you doing in there? I want to know. I'm sure you've all had enough too. Yeah. Did you turn into a Neon Maniac during surgery? Who is this guy? What is he doing? Some weirdo in the fucking basement watching TV at the school. Is he pulling out ribs? At this point in the movie, I was really trying to pay attention because I was like, all right, where's this going? Where's this going? And then the kids just kind of walk out of the school and the cops show up and they're like, we don't really believe you. And the 3 kids, the 3 main characters, main girl, virgin girl, her boyfriend Steve Guttenberg, and the Natalie Portman girl all go to like the principal's office / cop shop, precinct.
Now let me get this straight.
I'm principal detective. I know it's a police station because they put up a photo of a policeman over there crooked. So it's got to be a cop shop, right? You get 250 other witnesses that say the same thing, but I'm a cop. I'm a real cop. The cop's just like, I don't know. It sounds like you're making it up. But you know what? I believe you. Let's go. And they go down to those doors from before. And they open them, and they bring in all, like, fucking comical amount of cops and firemen. They all go into this place. They bring one fucking flashlight for one guy in the beginning to lead with. And he's like... I'm like, bring lanterns. Bring a fucking... a torch. Like, literally, like a medieval torch. And, like fucking Indiana Jones. Something. Anything that illuminate the place. We're hunting maniacs that are killing people. Let's go in with a flashlight. Because we can barely see them. I want to be really caught off guard by this. Ugh. And then they go in there. Nothing fucking happens. They come back out. There's nobody there. And they're like, get the fuck out of here, firemen. Immediately. I'm like, what are they going to do? Just let them hang out there. Just wait. Because they come out and then our 3 teenagers drive off into the nothingness, into the sequel they might have had planned. Because the cop goes back in there. Walks to the back, hears some noises, sees some lights, and like opens the door to like this weird van. Lots of vans in this movie. There's a guy with a hook. There's one of them that's like a flat out fucking crab monster. The rest of them are like humanoid looking. This one's just like a fucking crab. What the fuck was it? And he grabs him with a hook and pulls him in. It reminded me of the merman from Cabin in the Woods. And then we see the teenagers driving away. And then the credits pop up. I never thought I'd say this. I want more out of the movie. I want more movie. You didn't explain where they came from. You didn't explain how they knew where people were. Didn't explain what they want. Didn't explain what happened to them. Didn't explain anything. You left it ambiguous at the fucking end, too. Fuck this movie. Fuck you, movie. Fuck you, Neon Maniacs. This movie looked like it was going to be a lot of fun. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. And then it wasn't complete. And I feel incomplete after watching it. I feel like I watched nothing. I feel like I watched a video of someone describing their weird dream to me, and that's why it doesn't have an end, or a middle, or a beginning. It's just random loose scenes that are kind of connected. And people who don't give a shit if they live. Oh, and speaking of not caring if they live, I forgot to mention the grand finale of the not caring if she lives lady. They're running away from the Neon Maniacs. He's hunting for them, and then they go behind the door in like the science lab right next to and they're hiding out by like this drawer that says like eyedroppers. Like a whole drawer for those. And then they're kind of like, oh, where is he? And it was like very, Jurassic Park in the kitchen, like, oh. And then he leaves. The Neon Maniac leaves. Neon Maniacs. Anyway, he leaves. And they're like, he's gone. Oh, thank God. Oh, man. And I'm like, what the fuck? Nah, fuck it. Yeah. Got a whole drawer of eyedroppers, huh? Banger and the stuff coming after her. Oh God, they are. It's just the second it passes, memory erased for these people. We're doing backdoor first time. Sorry, it's happening. They are being actively hunted down right now and being murdered one at a time, and they're like, sex, yeah. He fucks her. We don't see any sex, but they start making out like hardcore, and I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? I was joking when I guessed that. And then they just bang. And I'm like, you just saw so many of your students, your classmates just get fucking gutted and killed, and you just heard the guy right there, not 13 seconds ago, and you're like, I want to be fully nude right now, getting plowed on a linoleum floor, and just very, very vulnerable. From a character who stated earlier, I feel vulnerable. That was a great dialogue they gave her.
I feel very vulnerable.
But the bitch just gets plowed while the dude's right outside the door. They don't know if he's not going to come back or not. I fucking hate her. I want to write my own fan fiction where she gets gutted. Brutally gutted. By the same guy while he's fucking her. And he just keeps going and gutting her and gutting her and then just walks away. She deserves something horrible to happen to her. She didn't give a shit about life. The only way they could really explain how the way she was acting and feeling would be to be like, she was on a lot of prescription drugs. Not the actress, the character. She's a big fucking pill popper. And I'd be like, oh, okay. She had bigger shit to worry about, I guess. Battling addiction. Didn't give a shit at that point. Kind of understand that a little bit. Not this. The way it is. She wanted to live. Bitch wanted to live. I didn't get that feeling. I felt like she wanted to die. So, Shitty Movie Showdown. Our reigning champion, Death Machines, versus Neon Maniacs. I gotta say, Death Machines was irritating as fuck. And I didn't know what was going on half the time. And I hated every character. And it was super loud and incomprehensible at times. This movie, just didn't know what was happening. And the rule is I have to vote for the most painful. And this movie, I was just confused and let down. This movie could have been fun. It could have been this. It could have been that. And instead it was half a movie. But it wasn't painful. It was just bored and confused. I wanted more to be happening. And in Death Machines, I wanted none of it to be happening. So I gotta stick with the reigning champ as the shittiest movie so far. It's still gonna be Death Machines. It was so fucking irritating. The soundtrack alone is worse than this movie. This movie just had potential and it wasted it all. Like me. This movie wasn't finished, and I don't feel like I'm going to finish my episode. I'm not going to do a beginning, I'm not going to do an outro, like a little sketch. I'm just going to cut the credits.
So many choices, new faces to love, too many voices calling for your touch.
What the fuck is in that room? It's our it's our proof. I can't say it. It's our perfume store. Why did that? No, it's ruined. It's ruined. Fuck it. For those of you watching the live commentary, you get to witness my failure here. Sometimes I can't say words. Sometimes I just can't say simple words like perfume.